I look so beautiful today. As I ended last night, I got to film these things earlier. Today I'm making my promise come true. It's 9:30 and I did a workout today. I don't think I've said this, but in December, honestly, I saw my body in the mirror and I was like, what the heck is going on? And I made a goal. My first goal was to run a 9-minute mile by the end of the year. And I have run 8-minute miles. I haven't been below 8 since high school. So once I noticed that I had been running, and when I was running extremely slow. I just wanted to end the year knowing I could run a 9-minute mile. December 31st, I ran an 8:29 mile that I'm so proud of. And then I started the new year with an optimistic attitude. Well, until our new website went live and it went so horribly, we had to take it down, but onwards and upwards. So today, or I should say today, it wasn't really a New Year's resolution. I think it came about in December along with my 9-minute mile goal and healthy eating. I just wanted to get 10 minutes of movement per day, and I get a rest day. But I'm setting the floor so low for myself because I am at this desk every second of the day, and I love it. Like, I legitimately could not ask for anything else. I mean, obviously, like, I work from coffee shops, I'll work from wherever I want, but I'm always working. And again, I love that. But I've just really sucked at giving myself time. I'm overworking myself, and when I'm overworking myself, my work isn't productive. Like, I could sit here for 12 hours, but for 15 minutes straight, I'll just be scrolling on my iPhone here, and that's not productive. Or like, I'll go do something, I'll go do laundry for half an hour, fold my clothes. It's not productive. So what I'm trying to get better at is just allocating time for me. So I've been ending my nights, again, this started in December, but I've been ending my nights reading, and then I've been starting my mornings with a stretch and also reading. And those are really small things. And honestly, like, in total, that goes for like an hour between reading and like a 5-10 minute stretch. But I've been trying to prioritize that. And I noticed that during my wind down, that's nice because I've just more than likely finished a hard day at work, and getting to read. Usually when I'm reading at night, it's a Bible study devotional. I don't know why I'm being so weird about that. But yeah, I need to stop licking my lips on camera because it looks like I'm making out with myself, and it's so intense and aggressive. I've never realized it until I've watched these back, but I gotta stop. But anyways, I don't know why I'm being super weird about having a Bible devotional with myself at night, but that's what it is. So more often than not, when I'm reading those at the end of my night, I've just had a hard night. I've dealt with either something or someone that just is about to put me to bed, feeling a variety of emotions. So typically when I read that, I am centered and I have good thoughts going into my sleep. And then when I wake up, I'm reading a book. So the book I'm reading right now is by Erica Nardini. I think her and I mirror each other in a lot of ways. I've been following her for a few years now. And whenever she stops her podcast, I was super sad. But then she announced that she's coming out with the book. So I wanted to get the book. And there it is. And I've been reading the book. And it's funny because I bought her book when I was in a job and super bored and wasn't proud of the progress that I was making in my career at all. And I actually had pre-ordered it over a year ago. And by the time the book actually came out, I was already a few months into this entrepreneurship world. And it's been very fascinating because if I were still at my last job, I think I would be reading and taking different notes and absorbing the book in a way different way than I am now, being in the position that I am, that's more leadership level, more opportunity. So that's been really interesting to see. I hope to meet her one day because, again, I think we are quite similar. I look up to her. She's quite controversial, but just like from a career standpoint, her personality, also her wardrobe. Love her. Anywho, last night when I was going to bed, I was just kind of thinking, actually, I think I may have seen a TikTok that was just like one of those annoying finance guys that was like, you need to pay yourself first whenever you, and when he was saying this was for like people with a standard paycheck, you know, pay yourself first, and as you should, pay yourself first and pay your bills, whatever. I don't, you gotta pay your bills first, whatever. In my position right now, over the last few months, I have been paying myself based on how we do. So I've skipped a couple months of paying myself. I've been foregoing payment. And then I'll just kind of see like, all right, can I take a cut? All right, let's do it. And then last night, I was just like, I need to stop going about, this is just the reality. It's going to sound superficial and again, show my first time founderness, but last night I was just like, I want to make X salary. What do I need to do to make this salary? And right now we've stuck to one revenue model just for simplicity standpoint. And we proved that it works so long ago. And something I've been waiting to do is figure out how we can get people on a recurring model, some monthly or quarterly revenue model. So I was mapping that out. And I'm excited to see what that's, soon enough, I'm going to turn it into something. Once we get things rolling, I'm switching developers and I'm very excited for that. But yeah, last night I literally was texting myself all the notes that I was thinking like, okay, let's charge this minimum monthly amount. And if I can get X amount of people to pay that, then we're good. If I can get this amount of people to pay it, then we're profitable just on that alone, not even taking into account people that are paying us for additional leads. So that just like fired me up before I went to bed. So that's probably something that I'm going to look at finalizing, taking from my iPhone text messages to myself and standardizing that into a forecast in Google Sheets. Super fancy over here. Other than that, yeah, I also decided that I'm going to probably start dedicating Wednesdays to my focus work. Again, I've realized ever since I kind of started prioritizing my fitness that the more I'm clear in my own head and just the better I'm performing, just because with running a startup, the startup sort of runs you in the beginning, and that's exactly what's been happening. And I think it's gotten us to where we are now, which doesn't say a lot because I wish we were further along, but that's the reality of it. But I just want to make sure that I'm prioritizing myself and I can give my all because I don't want to show up. I don't want to have to cancel meetings because, you know, I don't know. What's the reason I canceled a meeting? Oh, I canceled a meeting with someone because our website didn't go live. I just did that last week. And why wasn't it live? We weren't prepared for that website. I don't want that to keep happening. So I've decided Wednesdays are going to be my reset days where I can go to inbox zero. Like I think I have 300 emails. I think more than likely 70% of them are unnecessary emails, but I'm going to start dedicating Wednesdays to be no meetings. That's what I'm zoning in all the way. And I think what I'm doing now is layering up for some good progress. But one, I'm super excited for having a recurring revenue model. But yeah, just a lot of this stuff has come from my late night thoughts. And then I can't remember if it was last night or the night before. I've been writing on these index cards. I have green, yellow, and I've also had these since high school. I've just never used them because I don't really like bright colors. As I say that with a bright green hat, I know someone must have gifted this to me. Someone gifted this to me too, but I actually like it for running. Anywho, I've been starting to write on these cards when I get like an idea or just like something that I need to do right now. And then yellow is my to-do list for that day. So for green, either last night or the day before, well, how are we going to survive? Traffic. Outside of SEO stuff, what's one way we can get traffic? We have like 3,000 people who have taken who have taken our quiz, used our platform all the way through, who I have their name and email, I should reach out. Well, I should reach out to them, and they're all businesses, and be like, hey, if you let me just ask you 5 questions, I'm going to write about your business. It's great promo for you. Like, it's going to get the attention. Well, I don't have a following. If Sam happens to like repost or someone's reading our blog, nonetheless, it's an additional blog content piece out there that's available and talking about this person's company. So I had the idea of, okay, what if I start working with users of Sam's List who have these businesses, and I do something with them and turn it into content, whether it's video or text-based. And I'm just asking them of, one, just like the overview of what their company does, about the founder, but then when did they realize that they needed to outsource their accountant? When did they need a bookkeeper? Or if they chose to go with the fractional CFO, what are they using a fractional CFO to help them out with? And then what benefits did they see with hiring someone externally rather than trying to develop their own in-house team? Or if they do have an in-house team, how is having someone external come in and help, whether it was with taxes or more hands-on? So I think that's going to go well. And then I just want to make, I don't know if I said this or not, I've been posting on TikTok. And actually, I started posting on there because so many business owners, more so in like the CPG space, e-com base, are all over TikTok, and I want them to use Sam's List. So I was DMing people, and they just thought it was a random account. And I realized, okay, if I'm going to slide into these people's DMs, they need to see that I'm a real person. So I just started making content on there that was easy, just filming myself throughout the day in the life, stuff like that. And now I've been posting about running because I'm so bad about running. And the running videos actually do better than my day in the lives. Probably because I am humiliating myself. That first glance, you look at me, you think I'm super fit, humble brag, but that's just what the people on the streets are telling me, including my doctors. And then you see me perform and you're like, oh, you're terrible. So I'd love to turn in my series to, one, if they don't want to do video, or I can still, either way, I'm going to use it for video and for blogging stuff. And I think that's going to be great because then other businesses can see this and they're like, oh, I can relate exactly like them, or, ooh, I wonder who they use. I'm going to reach out to them, and then hopefully they'll learn about Sam's List that way. But I think that's something like so low-hanging fruit that I want to do. So I'll probably tackle that this week. And then the rest is, again, just like SEO stuff. I have a couple of calls. I want to create blogs around questions. I think I already said that, but I am triple overtime for my 5-minute deadline. But my Erica Nardini story just like kind of took way. Erica, I hope to meet you one day. I should start doing TikTok videos about her book. I haven't seen anyone do that. Maybe I'll start doing that and try to get her attention. Because she likes people that get her attention in creative ways. And so do I. I have I'm yapping. I appreciate people that go the extra effort. So now that I've been like putting content out there in blogs and TikTok and Twitter and whatnot, people will DM me, and if they make a comment to something that I wrote or said or did in a video, I love that. I'm way more inclined to respond to that versus someone telling me, hey, I run this marketing agency. Can I ghostwrite for you? No offense. I think that's a great business model, but no. Anywho, that's all I've got. It's 9:44. I think I only checked like 2 things off my list today. I just went through emails. We didn't have any leads come in today that were a good batch. I've done requested some backlinks and answered some questions from vendors, approved all the vendors in backlog. I'm going to try to do one more blog today and then call it a wrap. Oh, I need a plan for a call that I have tomorrow that I'm super excited for. All right. Cheers.